Hey, what's up? It's Bree checking in.
What's up, y'all? It's T.
So y'all, Bree and T
on the beat. Yes, girl. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling good.
Yes, got this pretty smile on your face.
Thank you, girl.
Always.
We always looking cute.
Bree is always over here smiling. I love it. It just warms your spirit. Yes, so let's get into some of this local news. Houston, it's a lot that's been going on. Obviously, it's too much. We can't get to everything, but let's just start off with some craziness going on. So let's talk about these ignorant kids at Memorial High School. Okay, so these kids, as we know, y'all remember being in high school, around this time, prom season and all that, you have the theme days, you dress up as different themes, and one of their themes was Jersey Day. It's really simple. Wear a basketball jersey, wear a soccer jersey. Well, these kids decided to take upon themselves to tweak it into Thug Day.
Girl, they just trying to live that thug life.
Girl, bye!
That's what I thought about. I was like, okay, they out here thug. Honestly, when I seen the story before I read it, I didn't even think too much into it. I really didn't. And then, everybody always has to take it back to a race factor. Then when I seen the pictures, I seen the pictures, I seen the comments. I'm just like, okay, Thug Day, Jersey Day. Because I didn't know what it was. I just seen the caption was Thug Day. So that's what I thought it was. I'm like, the school approved Thug Day?
Absolutely not.
So then I read and I'm like, okay, Jersey Day. How did Jersey Day turn into Thug Day?
Right. I guess only thugs wear jerseys, so.
Yeah, and then the braids and all of that. So I'm just like, yeah, that's a little merch.
So this is their interpretation of a thug.
But if the theme was Thug Day, they nailed it.
No, Bree. No.
In their minds.
Because they stereotype black people. They're dressing up. They should have just said, let's dress as Black People Day.
In their minds, they nailed it.
But that's the problem. And the problem is, y'all done walked out the house with these cornrows in your head. Y'all got the chains on, the baggy pants. And it's like, my issue is, these are kids, these are high school kids, and to me it's always weird to see such young like a younger generation, because these are people younger than us, like to be doing stuff so racist.
Seniors.
That's very young.
I'm not surprised to see the racism. Come on now, like it trickles down. It trickles down from the tree. Like for real. It really does. Like y'all had to learn this from somewhere.
You learned it from your parents and your grandparents.
It was only Caucasian people in this picture, so y'all don't have no.
And I believe this school is a predominantly white school, so it's like, what do y'all even know about being around a lot of black people to say this is what thugs look like? Them,
clearly, this isn't right. This isn't cool.
Like, hey, y'all might want to tone it down a little bit.
But sometimes the ignorance is just like on a whole nother level, and they just. The kids just don't know no dang on better.
No,
like,
they know better. They should know better.
No, but it's not right, but you don't know no better. Like
I just think they do not care.
Thought that it was okay to come to school like this.
And my issue is, it's like, I just think they don't care. Because my thing is, they know better. They know that that's offensive. But it's like, my issue is, if you live in a household where your parents aren't telling you, it's like, whatever. Why would you care? And my thing is, it's like, you can't tell me these parents didn't see them walk out the house like that. If anything, they had the cornrows in their head. Who they got the cornrows from? You know what I mean? They went to their black friend and was like, can you give me that hairstyle? Like, what?
They clearly don't have any black friends, because none of them was in the picture to tell them, hey, no, this isn't cool.
Yeah.
Especially to put the caption. I legit
What was the caption?
It was Thug Day.
Oh, on the picture. And look at them. They trying to pose all like.
It say Thug Day. So when I looked at it, I really thought, because it was Thug Day for Rising Senior Spirit Week. So I really thought that it was a Thug Day. And I'm just like, okay, who approved Thug Day?
This is so ignorant. I can't. It's like, we got to do better. And it really does start with the parents. Like you said, it trickles down. Get into Jay Prince. So Jay Prince
some positivity.
This is some positivity. Okay? This is a really big deal. Y'all already know that Jay Prince is huge, a very big deal in Houston and just in the hip hop community in general. Very well respected man. Founder, CEO of Rap-A-Lot Records. And so they're honoring him. He's actually receiving a Doctorate of Humane Letters from TSU this weekend. So.
Okay, so I'm curious. So did he ever go to school?
That I don't know.
To get, I just wonder because I see a lot of
like
celebrities get doctorates, degrees, honorary doctorate degrees. So I'm just thinking, like, dang, did you get a bachelor's?
I kind of thought about that too.
And that's another thing. Like, let's take baby steps. If you don't get him a degree, give him a bachelor's degree. But I think it's an amazing thing. He's very knowledgeable. He's a very smart man. He's very influential in the community. So, I feel like that's what's up. Like, it ain't PV, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, apparently he has really strong ties to TSU. So, I mean, and obviously it's like it's a Black school. We all really respect him. They actually said, so the TSU president, Dr. Austin, said, Jay Prince is a Houston icon and his connection to TSU Southern is very strong. In honoring him with this degree, we are expressing our appreciation for his ongoing support, and we are sending a message to all of the TSU community that following one's dreams against all odds leads to great things. Okay, so that's pretty inspiring.
I think that's what's up. It's not Prairie View, but
Yeah. Okay. So, he wrote his book, The Art and Science of Respect. And that was a really big thing. He also, I didn't even know this, but he offered Rap-A-Lot internships to TSU and students, established and endowed a scholarship for TSU students. So this is where it goes to those ties. He is tied into that and everything. And he said, the love and support shown to me when I visit TSU was tremendous. I'm honored to be able to give back to the university in a variety of ways, and I'm humbled to receive this degree.
I think that's what's up.
Yeah. Now we want to talk about social media and mental health. Recently on The Breakfast Club, Charlamagne gave Donkey of the Day to a social media influencer who basically has gotten multiple procedures done to look like he wants to look like a perfect selfie, like how he alters himself to look. He wants to look like that in real life, like a Bratz doll. He said.
He don't look like a Bratz doll.
No, he doesn't look like a Bratz doll, but he does kind of look like that selfie look. Like, he said he always wants to be selfie
from up
ready.
here.
He wants to be like, I woke up like this. That's what he wants.
But I seen him on the... Okay, never mind. I'm just going to listen.
So, yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about our views on cosmetic surgery and all of that. Because he was a case where we see somebody taking it to this extreme. And what's crazy, but very realistic nowadays, is that he was young. Like, he was probably no older than us. He looked like maybe early 20s,
So, before we break into that, I just want to say it is Mental Health Awareness Month.
Okay.
And I'm glad we're talking about this because, I mean, a lot of people do it, but people just don't get the light for it. Because he's a social media influencer, I think that's why people are paying so much attention to it, because he's trying to create that look. But a lot of people are creating that look. The lips, getting the Kylie lips, getting the booty, getting the hair extensions. Everybody wants to have that certain look to match social media. You want to be social media perfect, but what is social media perfect?
Right, because social media is a facade.
Exactly.
Like he said, it's a highlight reel of your life. Innocence is, I know in that moment it may seem awkward and it may seem like overwhelming to handle, but innocence is a beautiful thing. We all have to go through that. Like sometimes you need to go through that awkward phase. You need to go through that ugly phase to really appreciate and learn self-love. It's like, I used to be very against doing all this cosmetic surgery and stuff, but at the same time, it's like everybody has the right to choose what they want to do with their body.
That's why I'm not against it.
Yeah, and it's like I can understand maybe doing a little bit here and there, but okay, when you're doing it like they were like, he gets it done regularly, he does all these things. If you're changing every single thing about your body and your self-image to get validation from others, that is terrible for your mental health, because how does that fix the inside?
I feel like when you do it for other people, it really doesn't change anything, because it's like, I don't want to bring... Okay, so I know of someone who has gotten things done and they're still not happy with themselves. So it's just like, what was the purpose? Like, you did this to make yourself feel better, or you did this for society, and you still feel like crap on the inside. Like the outside is different, but the inside is still the same. So it's like, I feel like that's where you need to go and talk to somebody and make sure you get your mind together before you do something like that. So I think it's good to, honestly, you should have what do they say, a psychological validation before you go and get cosmetic surgery.
That's a good idea. They should require that.
Yeah, because some people don't have it all together up there.
Yeah.
You know?
And they just take it to the extreme. And even to take it back to social media, I think you just have to be very careful, because we need to have you can really get lost in social media, and you need to have the mental capacity to understand this is not real.
Right.
And it's okay. It's okay to not be perfect. Everybody, some people take pride in like, oh, I ain't using a filter. Oh, who cares? It's like those same women that be like, I don't wear makeup or whatever. And, those things are to enhance, but you have to realize you got to love yourself for who you are. Like, forget all that.
So it really, one thing that really bothers me is that I don't have any problem with people who do it, who don't. Like, whatever you decide is your preference, is your body, it's your money. Do what you want, do what makes you feel happy. But I'm not going to do it to validate anybody else, to make me feel good. But it does bother me when I'm on social media and I see people shaming, bullying people who are doing it. It's just like, that's not your business.
Oh, shaming people who get it?
Yeah, and it's like, why do you care so much?
Yeah, but you see that on every side.
It is.
The internet is
sides.
crazy.
Yes.
You see people getting shamed for even if they don't. Like like Alicia Keys, this is a perfect example. I see people talk so bad about her because she don't wear makeup, but she looks fine. And honestly,
they think because she has such a high stature that she is supposed to carry herself a certain type of way. I think she carries herself as a lady. That doesn't mean she has to carry herself as somebody who is made up. She don't want it. She don't want to.
But even when she first of all, that takes tremendous amount of confidence to walk on a red carpet and not wear makeup. But she doesn't look bad, and that's what I think is a little scary, that we have. Now we're looking at a natural look in a negative way.
My thing is,
you know what I mean?
You cannot satisfy the internet, period. Because you get stuff done, it's a problem. You don't get stuff done, it's a problem.
Okay, we spent a lot of time on that. We're going to go ahead and move on to all of these abortion bans that have been going on, because it's just a lot, and it's scary because it's like this really feels like we're taking steps back. Out of all the things to focus on right now that's going on in our country,
it's more important things to deal with other than tell women what they should do with their bodies.
And so just so you guys know, I know everybody knows, but like Georgia, Kentucky, Mississippi, Ohio, these are just some of the states who have passed bans on abortion. So for these states, they're doing it like the heartbeat bill, where it's up to 6 weeks. After 6 weeks, you can't get an abortion, which is really early for anybody who knows about pregnancy.
People don't find out until they're like 8 weeks, 9 weeks.
Because a lot of times you're not showing at that time. Weeks. And, especially as women, our bodies can change all the time. So it takes a minute before you might take a pregnancy test or something, because you're thinking about all these things like, well, maybe, it's a lot of factors that go into it. So 6 weeks is very early, but they call it the heartbeat bill because that's when you detect a heartbeat. So that's when they decide it's inhumane, I guess. But Alabama has gone as far as to it's like period. No abortions, period.
I just think that it should be my choice.
Yeah.
And because, it's just so many factors that goes into it, like the whole rape situation. What about the little girl who has to carry a rape child? And why should she have to endure those 9 months of a fetus that, took away her innocence? Because she was 11 years old.
11.
So your innocence is taken away, and every day you have to be reminded of that because you have a life growing inside of you.
That's a child carrying a child.
Yeah, so it's like, who are you to make that decision for me? That's not your decision. It's mine.
Knowing that the people making these decisions are all
men,
older white men, none of which will ever have to go through the experience of even carrying a child.
One time we can get men to be able to endure pregnancy, because it's like, you don't understand.
Yeah, but it's the fact of I have a problem with a man trying to tell a woman what you can do with your body, because they're not putting laws in place to support these women. It's like, and then it's like, maybe that woman will choose to carry the baby, maybe they won't, but even it's a difference when you don't even feel like you have a choice. You know what I mean?
I just think that it should be her decision.
It's personal, and it's scary because, like you said, you have those situations with rape, you have those situations with incest, and my issue is a lot of these men too, they're basing it off of like, okay, well, you know, God is this and God is that, and I understand that religion is sacred and everything, but everybody does not have the same religious values, and just because you are looking at it through a window of religion and all of that, that doesn't give you the right to put that on somebody else.
But everybody can't afford to take care of those children either.
And they,
like, I think that's something to think about. Like, it's somebody who's out there with 4, 5, 6 kids in. Yes, it is her responsibility, or both of their responsibility, to be careful, you know, not to end up in that situation, but it happens.
Yeah,
it
happens.
It happens all the time. So who are you to not, like, allow this child to come in the world? And it's just like, I've been on that side to where I've seen the system to where there's nowhere for these kids to go.
Yeah.
It's nowhere.
Because if you ain't got nothing, what you gonna do for this child?
But like putting them into the system, like the system is so flooded right now. Like there's nowhere for these kids to go.
And even some people in those situations, they take in foster kids and just take advantage of that whole system. It's like you just never know, and you're bringing more people into this world. When
I feel bad for those kids though. I feel bad because it's just like you're already at a disadvantage when you go into the system. If you end up like that, like a lot of them, they're at a disadvantage.
So Blac Chyna was on Wendy Williams. She was really there to promote her upcoming reality show, but
I feel like she didn't really talk about her reality show though.
But that's why she was there. Like, I mean, the stuff she was talking about was all stuff in the past. The purpose of her being there was to promote her upcoming show. But I thought she looked so cute on Wendy Williams.
She was so classy.
Yeah. She brought back the classic Chyna bangs.
And she's not going by Chyna, she's going by Angela.
Oh yeah. Did y'all forget last week she said she was trying to change her image and she faked it like she was going to Harvard and all of that?
Hold on. You know what? We're not just going to sit here and act like that did not happen. Because
I know, because we just forgot.
No, they literally just kind of swept it under the rug.
Swept over
it. Nobody said anything because there's been so much other stuff going on. And I'm just sitting here trying to figure out, like, okay, where are we?
What's going on?
What happened? All I know is the last I've seen of her, she was on Instagram. She was posted how her and her friend was doing all these NDAs, you know, the non-disclosure agreement. So I'm just like...
And earlier this week, a video came out of her fighting her hairdresser. Yes, her hairdresser was throwing cans at her car, and they say that Blac Chyna pulled out a knife. It's a lot of stuff, but we're not gonna judge Chyna today.
She was out here being classy on the show.
She was for Wendy. She was. You could tell she was very nervous. She was trying to be very like classy. So do you think that's really Angela White, or do you think she's really Blac Chyna, or both?
I think she a ratchet.
Okay.
I think she really...
Ain't no Angela.
I think she's... you know, everybody has that ratchet.
Everybody does.
That ratchet, the clatchet.
That's what she always say, clatchet.
Yeah. So I think she has a classy side, and that's what we were seeing today. But I think she
know how to turn up.
She know how... What?
We saw when she was at Disneyland and she was about to throw that baby stroller. She was about to whip somebody's ass with that stroller.
So, I mean, I know that it's a couple different sides, and I think that she's trying to be... It seems like she's trying to be a better person now.
Yes.
Like, she's trying to be a mother. Like, she's trying to leave that stripper partying, knowing all her business lifestyle alone, because she's clearly doing an NDA, so she don't want anybody in her business anymore. So she's not being public with her life. And I don't know if she's doing that for the show, so maybe she could just put all her business on the show, or what. But. And
she's definitely, I've noticed lately, trying to put more emphasis on her motherhood. So I think it is like a change of image.
Like she's a bad mother.
Well, I definitely wouldn't judge her as a mother, but I can see that lately she's been talking about her kids
like,
more.
People try to make it seem like she's a bad mom.
That is true.
But you know, she has all her different business ventures. She did the skin coloring and.
Skin coloring.
Yes, you didn't know about
her
that.
Skin cream.
Yeah, when she went to another. I think she went to Africa.
I remember that. They was clowning her about that too.
They was on her for real. Her mom was like, "Oh, she doesn't use skin cream, but she was selling the skin cream." So
that's what they. And then it's a lot with her mother too. But okay, so how do you feel? Because a lot of it, one of the main things that they was talking about first, they were talking about Rob, and she did say, you know, that she genuinely loved him. She never got with him for, you know, revenge and all that. How do you feel about that?
I don't believe that. And I'm going to say that because after listening to her and listening to the whole story, I know she said that, you know, her and Kim became very close because they all were living in Beverly Hills together.
Right.
And when she met Kylie was 16 years old, and I'm guessing she was pregnant and she was engaged to Tyga, and then
I think they had already had their kid at that point.
Okay, well,
but he was young.
No, when she met them, she was pregnant. I think she met them. I think when she met them, she was pregnant.
So this goes back a while.
So, yeah, I think the baby, because the baby was still young, even when
the baby was young.
Yeah, when Kylie and them had met. So I think they had gained a friendship, and then maybe she had the baby a little after or whatever, but they ended up breaking up, and he kicked her out the house. So,
that's what was crazy, how she was talking about he kicked her out the house.
Yeah, and I don't know, it's just like the story kind of clashed together because it's like it happened so fast.
Yeah.
Because she met her when she was 16, and then he basically started dating her when she was 17.
So like, she did talk about that. That's more so with the Kylie and Tyga situation.
Yeah,
she did talk about that.
That's why I think that the whole situation with her and Rob is premeditated.
Okay.
Like, I really think that
it was revenge.
Yeah, she kind of thought about it because, like, I know you. Like, I brought you around my family.
Yeah.
And you started dating my man? No.
But to me, my thing is more that than anything that would have got me in that situation is like, oh, you gonna leave me for a child?
Yeah, she was young.
She was young, and I'm just thinking about the humiliation that she would have felt, and just the like, it's like you gonna leave me for a high school student.
It's
like that,
embarrassing.
And then it's like you're friends with the family, so you're right. He probably met the family,
and then they kind of kicked her to the curb.
Yeah.
So the way they did her was really on some. It was shady.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to use the other word that I want to, but I think it was really shady how they did her. So when she got back with Rob and she kind of played him, I feel like, they kind of had it coming.
Yeah.
Because they done stepped on a few people's heads to get where they are.
That's
right
very
now.
true.
So,
I definitely think that, some of it, I think she was being authentic in the show, but I definitely do think some of it, you're right. I think that was intentional. Even when she told the story about Rob, she did say, like, Rob was the one initiating it and all that. And it seemed to be believable. Like, I believe it probably was true. He probably initiated but I think she took advantage of that.
Yeah, like, when she was like, oh, this is a good way for me to get back.
This is probably a good opportunity. Yeah, let me milk this cow. Let me milk this money cow. You feel me?
And she talked about how she was out of town and she was laying in the bed and she was I'm just thinking about Rob. Yeah, honey, you sitting over there thinking about how you about to screw over these Kardashians. Like,
that was the moment when she started
because she said she wasn't with none of her friends. She was just there doing a show. Like, she had a booking and she just in her room thinking, okay, I'm about to get back at these people.
Yeah.
And then y'all was trying to have a baby. So you like dug in there. Because even I
think Rob was the perfect, he was vulnerable, he was insecure.
The perfect scapegoat.
The perfect, you know what I mean? The perfect situation to take advantage of. I don't necessarily think she just went out looking for it, but I think when she realized it, she's like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and make this situation happen. Yeah. So, it is what it is. But like I said, I did enjoy watching her on Wendy. I thought that was pretty cool. One of our listeners asked, like, how do we feel about the, because then the pictures came out of her and Wendy hanging out that night. So how do we feel about that?
I thought it was cute.
I thought it was too.
I thought it was really cute because, I think Wendy said some really nice things to her. She was very, like, she wasn't going in on her.
Yeah, she was very nice.
She was very respectful. And I don't know if it's just because of the situation that she's going through right now, but she just seems like she's having a little bit more of a heart right now.
Yes,
so
I agree.
She's a little bit more sensitive to other people and how, their situations, because don't forget, just because you have this talk show and you being messy, you have stuff going on in your life too.
And it's all public. So I definitely agree. I think with everything that Wendy's going through, she's still talking her mess, but I think it is causing her to have a little bit more compassion. Even today, we saw her getting emotional because she was talking about after the fact hanging out with Chyna.
Her son was happy that she was actually out having a good time. So that must mean that she's going through a lot of emotional things, which is to be expected.
Yeah, and we can say what we want about Wendy because I think we've all seen things we don't agree with her saying. But at the end of the day, she does have a special relationship with her fans. They really do love her. And I think that this situation, she's handling it in a smart way. One thing I can respect is her being vulnerable, throughout, with her fans and her talk show, and her kind of keeping it real, because it's like, you talk about all these people. When it comes to you, don't censor that. Don't try to, you know what I mean?
Don't sugarcoat it.
That's the only way I would have respect for her, because if she didn't talk about this, if she didn't own up to it, it would kind of be like, you fake. Like, you gonna talk about all these people, but you ain't gonna acknowledge what you going through. So I respect it.
I don't know. I think that was a good show.
It was.
And it's a good way to wrap up our show today, you guys. We're so excited to be back in the studio. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Brie and T on the Beat. And we are out.
Bye, y'all.